Did you know that in Mr. and Mrs. Smith, during the fair scene, Brad Pitt closes his left eye to take aim, but before shooting opens it again to retain peripheral vision? This is what snipers do, foreshadowing his proficiency with weapons. Did you know that for Terminator 2 Judgment Day, to help create a digital skin for Robert Patrick, the Industrial Light and Magic team had him walk around in his pants with a 2-inch by 2-inch grid painted on him, while 2 cameras filmed him? Did you know that in John Wick Chapter 2, the female assassin who shots John Wick in the back is played by Heidi Moneymaker, she stunt performer, and then wife of the movie's director Chad Stahelski? Did you know that in House of the Dragon Episode 8, when King Viserys entered into the throne room, the crown falling off Viserys' head was an accident while shooting? They said Matt Smith picked it up, and we just kept going. Did you know that for Bridget Jones'S Diary, to prepare for the role, Renee Zellweger gained 25 pounds, and then actually worked at a British publishing company for a month in preparation for the role? She adopted an alias as well as her posh accent, and was apparently not recognized. On her desk in this office she kept a framed picture of then-boyfriend Jim Carrey. Workers who did not recognize her found this to be odd, but never mentioned it to her for fear of embarrassing her. Did you know that in The Hobbit: The Battle of Five Armies, at the start of The Hobbit: An Unexpected Journey, Bilbo forgets his handkerchief at home and is given a substitute rag by a dwarf? At the very end of the Battle of Five Armies, the first thing he finds at home is his handkerchief. Did you know that for 2001: A Space Odyssey, Stanley Kubrick destroyed almost all of his props and sets, because he didn't want them to be used in any lesser science fiction films? Did you know that in Antman and the Wasp, Matrix is written on the blackboard to the right of Morpheus actor Lawrence Fishburne's head? Did you know that for Game of Thrones, Queen Cersei was fan-voted as the series' most hated character? The actress who plays the role, Lena Headey, said that the fans' hatred for the character often translates to her personally, as people at times insult or shun her in real life. While there are plenty of people who adore her and her portrayal as Cersei, Headey reported that during an autograph session at Comic-Con, people would snatch their books from her hands to prevent her from signing it. Did you know that in Minions, you can briefly see a men's clothing store, Fine Menswear, owned by R. Meledandri? This is a reference to the producer Chris Meledandri's father named Roland, who owned a men's clothing store in New York.